Welcome back to Fireside Cast. We are getting into our grand finals of RGL Cup number 3. We've got the defending champions, the Goblin Jacks, the pastime legends, Tomato Tom and Exer, joined by Cyclops Guy and Cringy, two Master Elites and two Grandmasters, versus Hop on Lava Spire, headed by Sage J, Grandmaster, and three Master Elites in Danmar, Polstog, and Speakers. It's going to be. I'm so excited for this. I'm joined by my co-caster Crutch, and Doctor Underscore is producing.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this too here, Shears.
This is going. So far, this tournament, we've seen the meta continue to develop at this top level of 4v4 pastime. The Hop on Lava Spire have been dominant so far this tournament. I don't believe they've lost a single match. And they may continue that dominance into grand finals, but Goblin Jacks coming off hot off a strong map 3 in semifinals, going to Arena 2 versus the Anime Lovers team, and everyone contributing in that final map of play. Now, this is a best of 3 map series to decide who takes home the trophy here. Teams are currently going through pick bans, and I guess we can talk about those for a little bit.
Yeah, sure. So it looks like Goblin Jacks ended up banning Plexiglass, which is very understandable considering they got absolutely demolished on Plexi versus Hop on Lava Spire. And Lava Spire decided to ban Stadium, interestingly, which I feel like that makes a little bit of sense considering the fact that we just saw Exer do all of those water sinks on Stadium, but it might be for other reasons too. That's the only reason that I could discern of right now, honestly.
Yeah, I think that's probably the right instinct. I know from playing with Sage J. Sorry, just from playing with Sage J, I know like Sage J and Danmar tend to like go for bans if they think a team is like hot on that map at the moment, you know. So they're probably going to look to try to avoid. Well, I think they'd be confident on Arena 2 still. I guess they'd be confident on Stadium as well, but they just want to they want to take every edge they can.
Yeah. And speaking of taking an edge, they seem to try. It looks like that they're trying to take an edge by picking past Torii, a map made by Kingpin in Speakers, a joint effort. Yeah, it looks like Lava Spire is going to be picking that map. So, I don't understand exactly why that is. Maybe it's because they were having a really strong performance against another team on it. I think we did see that at one point. I think against Quad Damage in particular.
Yeah.
So maybe they're feeling very good about their Torii, and they're like, hey, we're doing it for that reason. Or maybe, I wouldn't really expect this to be a true reason, but it may be a true reason. Maybe they're doing it because, Sage J anime, but, I don't really think so. I mean, if anyone knows what Sage J anime is, then but other than that, I mean,
they did 3-0 Quad Damage on Torii. Yeah, Quad Damage is a good team. The previous match they played against Quad Damage on Ruin, Quad Damage scored 2 rounds, so...
Yeah, I mean, they could be doing it for the memes, but they have to be doing it for some reason. They have to be like feeling strong on that map, and they did look strong on that map when we were watching them against Quad Damage.
Looks like Goblin Jacks have banned Pass Ruin.
Not understandable.
Yeah, it's a newer map to the pool. It's like, I mean, what do you think, Crutch?
Well, Past Ruin is interesting. I'm not like 100% sold on it. I mean, it's fine to play in pugs. I for some reason I feel like I've almost never had like a good solid team to play Ruin on. So I never really got a good feeling of like, is this even a good map?
Like, what does it play like at a high level, you mean?
Yeah, basically. Like, it almost always seems like I'm playing it in like a newbie pugs or something. So I feel like the upper echelons might not really like it that much. Maybe it's not as good. It might be kind of the same thing that people sort of feel about in regards to Plexiglass, where it's like, it's a little too new, that might be sort of the feeling. But Ruin's kind of like the next map that was picked by Goblin Jacks, which is like Stonework, right? And Stonework is, to me, it always feels like it's like the most copycat of like of of Arena that we have. I don't know, something about Stoneworks just feels like I'm playing Arena whenever I'm playing Stonework, so maybe that's the reason why they want to play Stonework. Maybe they feel, hey, Eggs are made the map. He's good with it. He knows everything about it. Tom's pretty good on it too. I know. I remember when he used to play it a lot. I don't know what they have up their sleeve with that, but they've got something going on with Stoneworks, and I wouldn't be surprised if Lava Spire decided to pick Arena as their final map. But they have not.
They did.
Oh, they did pick Arena. See,
Yeah.
there you go. I hadn't refreshed the page until I said it. So, yep, we are gonna potentially end on Arena, or we might be ending on Stonework. We'll have to find out, Shears.
Yeah, I think my guess is that Goblin Jacks picked Stonework, seeing Anime Lovers put up quite a fight against the Lava Spire team on Stonework. Anime Lovers going up 2-0 in that last group stage match on Stonework before getting reverse swept by Lava Spire. Goblins maybe seeing some weakness in that performance and wondering if they can exploit that. But we are starting to get teams in the server here on Torii as the pick bans have been complete.
Yeah, I'm curious because like what's the disadvantage that they might have detected on Stonework? I didn't even really see that match. But whatever the disadvantage is, it's like, I don't know. I feel like if there is a disadvantage there, that's something that Hop on Lava Spire will discuss. They will talk about it. They probably have identified whatever it is, and they probably already even have a plan in place for that problem. Unless, of course, it's just a problem of like, well, this player has these kinds of attributes in this play style and this kind of stat line almost as like, as like a player, and it's just a player thing, and it's not necessarily a map thing. I mean, it might be a map thing and a player thing, but it could just be just a player thing. So I don't know. I mean, maybe it's the map, but maybe it's a player thing. Who knows? I didn't watch that match.
Regardless, I think we're going on Torii here. I think we're going to see a lot of offenses concluding with like really fast, low soldier bombs off the side ramps, kind of like what you saw Goblin Jacks doing on Arena 2 there. Just like very, very horizontal bombs with a lot of speed, receiving passes from a teammate in the offensive zone and just trying to like nuke it into the goal with all that speed off the side ramps. That's my prediction for.
Yeah, I think that might be it, and I think that might even be Lava Spire's play here too. But I know Lava Spire might be a little bit more dynamic too. They might find another way of getting it done. So I don't know, but at the same time, I think that both teams are going to be opting to do some pretty wickedly fast things and just sort of go for these just incredible bombs. I think that's just what's going to happen, honestly. So yeah, it's going to be exciting, and this is only the first map too. Can we believe it? Can you believe it, Shears? We're going to get at least, at the bare minimum, 2 maps of some great pastime here.
I'm really excited.
The third RGL Cup too. I mean, think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Now remind me, Shears, is there a prize that's being sort of attached to all of this, or is it just for bragging rights? It's always for bragging rights, but is it just bragging rights? Or is there a prize? I forgot.
I know we've had community donated prize pools for some of the tournaments in the past. It's a little inconsistent. I'm forgetting. Let me control F prize pool in the Discord quick. Okay, yes, this cup does have a 100 key prize pool at minimum.
Oh man, and that's going to be something, because if you didn't know this, one of the players, I'm not going to mention who, you might have to find out for yourself and watch that video, but one of the players was crowned as a winner for the best
Right.
clip of pastime,
Right.
not pastime, but of TF2 in 2024. A particular YouTuber was giving out a lot of keys, and
Yeah,
so
that's right. A certain player on Lava Spire is already drowning in keys.
I don't remember how many keys it
I
was.
believe
My
first
producer's
place with
asking, and
that
I
was
don't know.
60 keys. 60 keys for first place in that tournament. Our producer's arguing that he was in the server for that clip and his voice was present, so I think he should get a cut of that, definitely.
Dubious that our producer was robbed, you know.
Hmm.
Very much so. Very much so.
Hmm. We've players starting to filter into server here. I think Torii has to be the prettiest map so far developed for 4v4 pastime. Just like Kingfin,
I agree.
yeah. I'm gonna drop some like deep pastime lore here. Kingfin, obviously a very good pastime mapper, but he spent a long time making surf maps before this, which explains like why his maps look and feel so good. Just he's already very well versed in the art of like decoration and lighting, and that really shows here on Torii.
I really love a lot of Kingpin surf maps, and particularly it was one that's like called like Harvest or Autumn or whatever. I love that map. That was one of my favorite maps. He's got a very very good eye for aesthetic
Hmm.
and for good
Is
design too.
is like does Maple share the like same aesthetic as the Surf Autumn map?
Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, yeah, it does. I think he's got a really great gameplay design, you know, philosophy, and his maps tend to look beautiful too. So yeah, he's a treasure and a gem to have to the pastime community.
Damn, Cyclops guy is like, oh, well, he was floating in pregame. He's flying around on, I think it's a broom tot, but there's some visual glitch where it looks like he's just riding his original around, which is really funny. We are waiting for Exer to get back in server, but we do have 7, so once he arrives, we should be starting pretty soon here. Don't forget to get your predictions in for grand finals. See that prediction bar on top of chat. Please bet all your virtual money.
Oh yes, we have to do that. We have to bet the virtual money.
Don't bet real money. That's for people who want to lose their life savings.
Well, if Dropknock was here, he might have a word with you.
That is true. Dropknock, known gambling defender.
Don't worry, I'd be on your side. Cheers. I'd look out for my brother. I'd look out for my bro.
Did you know 24 in chat says won't lose my life savings if they win? I guess that's one way to look at it.
Yeah, that is one way to look at it.
We now have Exers now arrived into the server. Both teams we got now warming up. We got 8. What do you think? What do you think the mid fights are going to look like, Crutch?
I think it's gonna look pretty principled. I think it's gonna be probably 3 soldiers top 1 demo bot. But I don't know, man. Like, we've been seeing some other things with these other matches. Like, we've been seeing like pulls from shelf. We've been seeing just a lot. We've just been seeing a lot. We haven't been seeing a lot of win strats, so I don't think that's gonna happen. But yeah.
Okay, we're going to run a quick ad here before the game starts, so it doesn't happen mid-match. That would be kind of awkward. So we'll see you 60 seconds, and then we'll be live.
Enjoy your
30
advertisements.
seconds. For those of you of Prime, welcome. We're gonna
So, you know, I don't know. Like I'm looking forward to this new generation of pastime players. You know, I've been thinking about it, and I think that a lot of these new players, they've got a lot of they really get to sort of be in at a time where a lot of the players have just sort of optimized a lot of the game at this point, I feel.
yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just think that you can learn a whole lot, and you can quickly get up there. And here's the thing about oh, hold on. It looks like we're back from the commercials now,
And
aren't
we're
we?
going live with grand finals. This is Goblin Jacks. This is Hop on Lava Spire. And we are going live here on map 1, Torii. Teams dueling for control of upper, and Seiji's going to come away with it, but with minimal health, he's going to crater and pass it back to Speakers.
It looks like Speakers might just get the ball here to give it back over to Danmar, who's going to go straight for a goal and gets absolutely jack-armored there. Oh boy, it looks like Sage J is giving it back on off to Pulse Dog here, looking for a pass. Couldn't quite get through, got body blocked, and now Speakers is going to go for the goal. He's threatening it, and Energy's right on top of. Notice how everyone on the team there, they just kind of wanted to go for the goal immediately. They weren't even going to pass it off realistically, but when they found out that they couldn't have actually went for it, then they passed it off.
Right, that's really good, I think. I think you want to like have the option of going.
Did you see how they logged Exer on the floor there? And then there was that, and then they all instinctively went back to like resup on Lava Spire. Yeah, they knew it was up there. They knew that they were past the passing, and they had plenty of time to do what they just did, and to focus the right person and kill them. And now it's a reset, and they're on their side. They're playing pretty principled here.
Yeah, very
Speakers
very
looking for an
coming
opportunity.
so far.
I think Speakers can't really go in here, so he has to throw it off to somebody else. This person's going to definitely throw up to the last person, and that's going to be... Oh, wow, that's Splash from Cyclops. Now, that's kind of huge. I don't know if Cringy has a charge, and he doesn't.
Tom jumping in aggressively, though, actually will pick that up. Over to Cyclops guy, gets Goomba'd, but Exer takes that opportunity to score, and it's Goblin Jacks.
First goal.
First on the board.
Well, this is looking a little hopeful. I'm hoping that the Goblin Jacks here get a good start. Hopefully they get some more goals here in the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh no, and it looks like they're starting to sort of get swapped down like flies. Yeah, that pressure's not very good, and their DM is on point. They're not going to miss any of those shots where you're in front of them. Pulse Dog looking for a pass, finds it onto Danmar. He's going to go in for the goal. Doesn't quite get it. Everybody's blocking it. The defense right now from Goblin Jacks, exquisite.
Cringy calling for that ball. Just going to cycle it over.
Giving it back over to Exer, who's doing those sinks. Really being threatening there with those sinks too. Although it did start on his side, so it wasn't able to get too much distance. And with that shot, it could go into the hands of Red Team.
That was crazy.
The pressure here is not worth it, in my opinion, if you're the blue team. You should probably get on back. And now there's like some staggered deaths here, and Cyclops, and Tom. Now Tom's going to finally respawn.
This is a bigger map though, so they didn't really get punished for that. At least not in this
instance.
Here comes
that. Oh, and that's from Sage J. Yep, that is a brutal bomb. See how high he went on that bomb? He went all the way up to the very top of that little roof there.
Yeah, every bit of speed you can get helps you get it through defenders, and the goal keeps them from magneting it. And it's a panacea,
Danmar with the panacea
immediately after. That never feels good at this high level. Hope Goblin Jacks can take that in stride, since they've been playing well so far.
This top is really going to be going over to Spire here, Lava Spire, considering just how dominant that was.
Oh, Pulse Dog kills too.
This is probably going to be guaranteed, to be honest. Oh wow, that splash. The Pult would have been good, but I don't think he could have even.
They're still in trouble
for it. No.
Okay, but Exer cleans it up, and they will
retain
possession.
I don't like the position of Cyclops guy right now, and with that splash, it's going to go straight to Speakers, who might just get a free goal, but no, Cringy's on top of it. Wow, Cringy. Fantastic defense there. Unfortunately, doesn't get that pass off that block, and Danmar now is kind of DMing. He's putting that pressure on, and Danmar might get this now. It's free for Danmar. I know Danmar.
That forecheck from Danmar converting into a goal. Gets the kill, easy pop-up, and nobody home to defend. They were all going forward, trying to get open for a pass.
Another C-tap there from Danmar. Another C-tap panacea.
Oh no.
I don't know. There's something about that C-tap bind that's pretty powerful. I think we should, you know, either be using that or banning it. I don't know which.
Gets pushed to the Lava Spire side. Tomato Tom will recover, but it's just him and Cringy. Cringy hits a nice serve.
Whoa! Cringy probably could have gotten that, I feel. Although Pulse Dog was in front, and we know Pulse Dog's really good with his splashes. He's been getting really good at that in Pugs.
Yeah. Goblin Jack's trying to clean up this
nice one
exit
from
their
Exer.
zone.
Oh, I'd go for it, Exer. Nice try. That was
shot
definitely a good
by
one. But Sage J, you know, he hopped on Lava Spire.
He hits those.
Oh, look at that. It looks like someone's in to defend, and it's Cringy. See,
And he's
Speakers thought
he's
he could
going
get a
coast to
breakaway,
coast.
and so did
But
Cringy. Oh,
Gets
wow.
splashed.
Great defenses from both teams. Two of them trying to make a breakaway there.
Polstog finding Speakers. Speakers going to pass it off. Danmar.
Oh,
Circling
Danmar.
around.
He's going for it. Sage J doing his typical bomb. He did the same bomb last time, but this time he's doing it a little different. Mixing it up. Danmar. Really, really good attempt from Danmar. Not going to lie, but he doesn't get that goal. Uh-oh. Wait, it's
Great job by
Cringy,
Tom to
number one
retain
breakaway
possession.
player. Uh-oh. And yet he toilet bowled it.
That's so unfortunate. That
It
was
is.
such a good
Whoa,
bomb.
that splash.
Oh,
Denying Danmar's jump.
And he finishes him off too. Polstog exerting a lot of pressure, but it's Cringy with his breakaway special.
If only Cringy could have been able to just nuke it into the goal, but I don't think it was possible considering the kind of jump he was doing, the trying to crimp. But that's fine. Exer's got this goal. I really need to see Goblin Jacks here get to 4 goals now, because it's round point for Spire. They have to have a good mid here.
They're focusing on
And they
lower
pushed
control.
it.
Yeah.
Is this going to be good for them? If the pressure is good from Goblin Jacks, and it
they're
kind
pushing
of
forward
is,
together.
It's looking really good.
Just Danmar left,
Yes,
and
that's what
Cyclops
we
guy
need.
cleans them up.
Wow, what a great mid and an amazing idea to push it forward and then pressure all at the same time for the ball.
That
Kill
was
them
so
all and
coordinated.
just-
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Exer pulled Tom, Cyclops, and Cringy. Got lower control in case it spawned there.
Uh-oh.
And they all
Here comes
collapsed
that
together
pull.
into that corner. That was
That
beautiful
shuffle.
pastime.
I don't know about this pressure right now. I'm having a feeling that Cyclops' pressure is not very good. And neither is this pressure either. Well, actually, this pressure now is better than I thought. Cringy now with it, able to give it to a player on top who's going to probably look for yet another pass onto, I think that's Exer. Didn't get a sink or anything off. This pressure is not that great in my opinion. But it could be great. I don't know. There's that air shot though coming on
Speakers
out.
hitting the clutch, but can't get back to
Exer,
defend the
they
goal.
killed
And
them all.
they've taken it back to 4-4.
This is exactly
so
what we want to
fast.
see.
Gobblejack's responding like
Wow, what a great idea from Tomato Tom. Just jump away, knowing that they were counter jumping him there on top to try and gain some kind of advantage. This is an
They're so
amazing
low.
DM fest. Yes, from Goblin Jack. This is fantastic. Oh wow! But can they keep this pressure up? Can they keep it going? Can they do it again now that they've respawned? I don't know. I think they have to reset here, and
Great
they do
choice.
indeed.
Great choice from the Lava Spire defender to catapult there just to buy time.
Whoa! Oh, that's such an unfortunate thing. It's going to go right to Lava Spire, and now they're probably going to find a way to break through and probably get this goal here. And they do indeed get the goal, and that's the first round to Goblin, not Goblin, sorry, to hop on Lava Spire.
I'm getting mixed up because they swapped colors between the last match. Yeah.
Yes, yes, that's kind of why I got a little phase there near the very end of my ramble there. But I'm not gonna lie here. I mean, like, Lava Spire is a very punishing team. Goblin Jacks has to be on point this entire game. They are excruciatingly punishing, and this might just be a goal, and it is definitely a goal.
They're so good at just like exploiting and punishing when
And
you
they're
mess
making
up.
them. I think Spire makes Goblin Jacks a little nervous here too. Honestly.
Yeah. There's that pull again. Eggs are trying to fly in and cause problems there, but
Oh, this is looking really good. But wait, no. Can he find the player top? Oh, there's no lock onto Cringy. Oh, there goes Exer, trying to give it up to Tom, who's looking for a pass here. Probably back onto Exer. I don't know if Exer can get this.
oh,
Nope.
good defense.
That splash is just too good, and that block. It was a valiant attempt from Cringy. Holstog looking to give it to Sage J, who's probably going to give it back off to another player, Danmar, who was... Oh, he splashes the ball. That's not like Danmar at all. Oh, here comes Cringy. I like it. Oh, where's that pressure? We need that pressure. Get those kills. They're weak. You can do it. There goes one pressure person. Oh, unfortunately, Cyclops and Cringy are dead. And it looks like Cyclops just respawned. And this ball has now been reset and handed back on over to the Goblin Jacks. Another Goblin Jack. Sorry, the Lava Spire. It's a Lava Spire team. They're literally red. Oh, this is a great dribble, and this looks like really, really good. It doesn't matter, though, because they just had that defense there, and Sage is going for the goal, and nice splash from Exer. Very well executed. And now that Cringy has stolen the ball, he's going to look to try and give it off to Cyclops Guy. Cyclops Guy is going to try and pass back here to Exer. He's
Low
very
health
weak.
on Exer.
Exer has to go for it. He
put
could
it
have
off the
gotten
rim.
it, but he didn't quite get it. That's going to be very punishing, as Danmar with his tier 6 jumps is probably going to find some way to, apparently not pick up the ball and score it. That would have probably been free for him usually.
Cyclops guy over to Tom. Tom looking for Exer above the goal, and he's gonna.
Oh, nice try.
He got air
Nice
shot.
try. Danmar is really showing his splash right now, and it looks like this is a free goal, but not quite, because Polstog didn't get the dribble quite right. It was off of the side, and so it just... Oh, wow, and Cringy, he got surfed. Oh my god.
I blinked and I missed it, Crutch. That happened so fast.
I didn't see the surf either, but he said surf me.tf, so I'm pretty sure he got surfed.
Oh, Lava Spire defender's clearly not expecting that either.
Yep,
And it's
Tom
1-1.
versus Danmar top. Tom winning that. And now it looks like, ooh, Sage J is going to get intercepted. Oh, no, and that splash. I'm liking what's going on to keep possession, but I don't think I'm liking the pressure. It looks like it's going to be in the favor of Spire here if they just get everybody to go forward. I don't think they will. I think they're going to try and intercept in this case, and I think what they're going to try and do, there's the interception I was talking about, and he went for it immediately, which I think is pretty bold, honestly, to say the least. And everybody's kind of getting decimated in that corner. He's trying to find Tomato Tom, who's looking for someone to pass to. He's going to be able to pass it off to the Cyclops guy, and Cyclops guy is probably going to look over to find Exer, who's going to be on the left. Nope, back on over to Tomato Tom, because Exer's coming on in, and he's trying to DM as best as he can, and it really is just Tom. He's got great health. He doesn't know that the other players are that weak, but, you know, it is what it is. He has to reset it. It's probably more high percent to do that. And Cringy coming on in, an absolutely nuclear-looking bomb, or Shrimp, rather. It's just going everywhere, man. And he's going to try and go for the goal from Tom, not able to get it. And now it's within the possession of Speakers on Spire. And with a lot of people dead, I don't know if they're going to be able to actually pick up this ball for Blue Team. Can they hold on to this? They might actually be able to do it, and it looks like they will. Oh, there it goes. Yes, here it is. Tomato Tom giving it back over to Exer. The pressure's amazing right now from the Blue Team. But with that splash, this might be it. And now it's back on the blue side.
Oh no! Lava Spire defense really stepping up here.
Sage J trying to go in for the guard and on the Cyclops guy there, but Cyclops guy destroying and deleting him. Absolutely. Cringy looking for a breakaway. Couldn't quite get it off of that shrimp there. But it's okay. Looks like Cyclops guy is in, ready to try and start DMing. He's DMing it right now. Just as Exer's trying to go for his attack. And unfortunately, it doesn't work out for him, but it works out for Tom on the floor as the pressure was coming out. Sage J trying to get that outside defense, succeeding, but then failing because the rest of the enemy team was just beneath him. And they were ready to pick up the ball.
One of the things I'm seeing here is Cringy really finding ways to contribute to DM.
Oh, I'm loving this
here.
from Tom. Oh, this round's looking really good right now for Goblin Jacks.
Yeah, Tomato Tom picking up like a loose ball, getting a free goal there will bolster their chances.
Uh-oh, Cyclops guy
3-1.
dying here on bot. Now it's just Cringy versus, yep, Speaker's just gonna extender steal on him, I believe.
Yep.
And this is gonna still go within the favor of Spire, I think, for possession. And it looks like a lot of people on Goblin Jacks are dead currently. And this is probably a pretty good breakaway right now for Speakers. And I think this actually might end up going into this favor of Spire, but I'm not 100% certain though. There looks to be a breakaway. Someone, I think, is known for that. And now he's threatened them all to come back and defend. And guess what? It's time for them to pound the goal. The Goblin Jacks has to do, but don't worry, Sage J, he's got that outside defense. And now Danmar might just pick up a free goal here, but not quite, since Exer comes back in with only 4 HP to just garden him and then give it back to his team. Now Cyclops guy trying to be the guy to, you know, distract people and get people away from the goal. He does it successfully, finds a pass back on the Exer, and Exer tries to pass it on back, and now it looks like Polestog's going to get a free goal here.
Yep.
One little mistake, and this team punishes so hard.
10 seconds.
Yeah. It worked out for Polestog. He jumped up to challenge Cyclops guy spamming mid and kills him just as the pass went to Cyclops.
This is pretty good right now for the Goblin Jacks. If they can go ahead and give this off to another player on their team. Looks like Danmar's doing a great job pressuring, though. He's living for so long.
Goblin Jack's struggling a little
Looks
bit.
like Exer's going to try and go in for a sink here. It looks like it. I'm not sure what the play is here. He's going to have to throw it back to somebody on their side. It looks like, okay, yes, Spire did see an opportunity to go in. They might have been baited in, though. It's very possible that they were baited in.
Yeah,
and
that's the
if
intent
Tom
of
can
that
find the right person and they can be quick enough for this, they might be able to get the goal.
Oh,
And they don't
beatable
get the goal,
straight
that's
from
flash.
Fringy, but
Sage on top of it. Now everybody on Goblin Jack's dead, and now it's time for Spire to reset.
yeah, Hop on Lava Spire's time to go on the offense here. Over
Oh
to
boy,
Sage
they're gonna go for
Threatening
all
hard.
pass to passes. Here comes their pressure, their DM now, just as that attempt's gonna happen, and it does indeed in fact happen. A lot of players died on Spire, but that's exactly what they needed. They needed a distraction in order for Polestog to make that high bomb in and get that goal. So now here comes the second mid. It looks like Tomato Tom is playing top and playing kind of like what he's doing before, going to shelf and coming back. It seems like Cringy's just winning these bots against Speakers right now. He's absolutely dipping him.
Fringy over to Cyclops. Cyclops guy gonna
unable to get that
jump and look
interception.
for a pass.
Now it's on to Exer here, who's looking to probably sink, but couldn't quite get it there. Now Sage J is in possession of the ball. He's putting it into the corner, and I don't think Tom's going to do anything with this. He has to go back and reset. I don't like that.
4 players worth of projectiles flying at Tom as he tries to go in and
I'm not
contest.
seeing this happening time soon with this interception, and it seems like Danmar's weak. But this actually might be really good for Blue Team here, if only they realized that Speakers was going to pipe jump in.
Mission begins in 10
I think
No,
what
that was
Lava
a
Spire
caber
is
jump.
counting on here is the idea that
Yeah. Speakers, that wasn't a pipe jump. I just want to point that out. Speakers charged and used his caber to jump, which is a lot harder timing.
He's been doing that recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is this free? Oh, that's the second round already. That was a dirty bout. That was a dirty bout. I think Lava Spire right now is adapting to Goblin Jack's play. They realized that they were DMing them back when they were at their goal, and now they're starting to go for their goals a lot more and a lot more confidently. They were kind of already doing that before, but that's something that they're definitely starting to realize that they have to do. So now it seems like the Goblin Jacks kind of forgot that their DM was, well, not their DM, but their sort of, oh, this is a free circle. Oh no, that's something.
Not a good sign if you're a Goblin Jacks fan. Losing
No,
the first
definitely
goal
not.
in this round 3.
Well, I think that I think things are getting a little silly. The confidence right now from Lava Spire must be bubbling to the surface at this point. I don't know about this now. This might just be a Lava Spire game. I don't know. I don't want to be a downer about it. I'm rooting for the Goblin Jacks, but their punish game is really good here, and they are adapting quite well on these mids, I think.
Yanmar picks it up loose off the side ramp.
I'm not liking this with passing it back, but it just seems to kind of work out, I guess. Makes some sense. Here comes another sink from Polestog. He's going to look for another... Oh, Danmar will probably go for this as long as the DM and the distraction is good.
Yeah,
I don't
Polestog
think that they're
doing
going to be
work.
able to defend this.
Oh, what a bomb.
They're not able to defend that. There's too much distraction going on for the Goblin Jacks. I mean, there's too much of a whirlwind of everything happening in front of their goal, which is exactly what Spire hopes to exploit here. It looks like Speakers is trying to find some luck now at bot. He's starting to find luck. And I think now that they figured out how to stop Cringy at bot, they might be taking this game away here. I don't know. Oh no, the dribbles from Sage J. That's like an easy E thing, dribbling all across the map. Oh, cheers. I'm sorry to say, but this is looking like a one-sided game to me.
Man, the star power on Lava Spire really starting to show up. Speakers coming alive. Sage J getting involved. We really don't see dribbles near goal at this level much anymore, but Sage J able to dodge those air shots.
Well, I mean, not only did he dodge the air shots, but he also like did it as if he was like crossing the whole map, like Easy E dribbling it across the whole map.
Tomato Tom with a very threatening bomb, but gets shot last moment. Splash as he tried to shoot the goal. Exer threatened on the side ramp, but they're going to send it the other way.
Oh,
Cringy
nice
comes in and steals.
Here comes Tomato Tom
brings up
and
the demo. It's just Stanmar. They wiped otherwise.
That throw forward is really smart because now it gives Spire enough time to either intercept what they just did or just respawn and defend.
Stanmar over to Polstog. Dodging the
This is looking
armada
really good.
shots.
Oh no, and that, oh no. This is, I mean, like, I feel like Goblin Jacks knew at one point that Spire is just gonna go for the goal as long as they don't see like four people just blocking or whatever, like 3 people just blocking. But like it just seems like to me like they forgot that their block game was pretty good in the very beginning, and now, oh wow, that's a oh no, that was so close to being the game right there. I would have been very
that might be
no.
What a read by Speakers.
No! Oh, that was brutal. That was using all sorts of things in the book. That was using things from Easy E, from Pop Tart, just the mechanical ability coming out from them, the ability to realize, okay, we need to win against Cringy down bot. We need to, like, everything firing all off on all cylinders. Every single player very capable of doing anything and everything it takes to win. I don't know. That was a very convincing game. But remember now, Shears, this was their map pick.
Yeah, this was Lava Spire's map pick. We'll be moving into the next map, Stonework, which is Goblin Jack's map pick. And you know, like they put up a fight, especially in round 2. I don't think if you're a Goblin Jacks fan, I don't think you're out of hope, but that is kind of the result we were expecting given the previous tournament results, with a pretty dominant Lava Spire win here.
Yeah, so I mean, I want to talk about these logs too here real quick, Shears. You know, I mean, we're seeing on the passes side of things, it looks like everybody on Lava Spire is getting their fair share of goals on this map. And, you know, like, it makes so much sense. Every single last one of these players, they can jump well, they can score well. They all have the right mentality. They're all just kind of, if they're not being body blocked or something, or like stopped with like spam damage or whatever, or getting like popped up into the sky, usually what's happening is they're almost always going for a goal, unless it's like told explicitly from one of their teammates that you need to probably pass it, right? Like, that's probably what's really going on there. And I think that like their confidence in their mechanical ability and their confidence of their game plan to just go for these goals more often, it's making them a menacing threat. They know, and they can find, they see it, and they know that they are probably making Goblin Jacks kind of nervous right now. And I think that it is coming out in their defense, and sometimes, you know, if there's one defender that's up, they're almost always going for the goal, honestly. And we've been seeing the adaptations as well, like confusing and distracting the enemy, you know, as they're pressuring forward, and instead of just killing them all they really need to do is just kill about maybe 1 or 2 of them, and then distract the rest and waste their rockets and their health and their resources, and then just get
split
the
their
goal
attention too.
Yeah, it's like so much tension to it, you know, they're putting so much pressure on them. So anyways, and then also I want to keep an interesting eye on the assists as well. It seems like Polstog is their main assister, and then Sage is playing with really great assists too, and Danmar's kind of getting up there in assists as well. In terms of saves, Cringy is really on top of it right now with the saves, at least from just pure saves and no splash to really talk about.
That's on Stoic Demo Man too.
That's on Stoic. That is
where
also, yeah, that's on Stoic.
you only have 2 tools to defend, and both of them are on like long
I
cooldowns.
have said this for years, but you do not need much to defend the goal. If you're playing Stoic or Scallop, you can defend the goal just as well, if not even better in some cases than a soldier, because you might not have as many tools, but the tools that you do have are extremely powerful. So it doesn't matter the quantity of tools, it matters the quality of the tool and how good it is, whether that's by your execution or whether that's by the nature of the tool itself. And in this case, I think with Demo Man, I think it's the nature of the trimp. Like, trimping can be just so powerful. And you saw Cringy at times almost get like these amazing breakaways where he gets the ball from the goal, gets onto a ramp, and almost scores the goal. Right? So like,
Yeah. He's been swapping between like
Pipes
Pipe Demo
and
and
yeah,
Stoic Demo, which I think
he's very flexible.
I don't think anybody else at this level of plays is doing that currently.
Yep.
Like,
On raw steals, it looks like Cringy is doing pretty well, and I think that makes a lot of sense. And let's look at the first grabs as well. You can see Danmar and Speakers getting those first grabs, but I wouldn't be surprised if Cringy was getting those first grabs in the very beginning of the match on the first round. Because again, they adapted to where they were fighting bot, and then you saw Speakers get the first grabs. And not only just the first grabs, but also the first grabs where it's guaranteed you're not going to get stealed. And that's a very, very, very important thing to do. It's extremely important, because if you can do that, then you're securing the ball and you've won the mid, basically. And a lot of these other matches we've been seeing it where you get the first grab and then you get stolen from, and it's like, well, then what's the point of the first grab stat, right? And in this situation, it's like, well, we found a way to do it. We just kill the guys in first grab, and if we are all alive, then, well, we have better chances of winning, right? So
yeah,
that's kind of how that kind of works out.
I do think that what you pointed out there about the Lava Spire team adapting, Goblin Jacks clearly had a plan for mids that they executed like quite well in round 2, actually. And for a few goals, you could see the Lava Spire team stumbling, trying to like figure out how to adapt, but eventually they did, and they became dominant on those mid fights again.
And once they figured it out, it was really quick. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like Sage J who figured out, okay, hey, we need to kill Cringy bot, or oh hey, or Speakers was like, oh hey, I need help out with Cringy in order to win these mids. Because some of the top mids that blue team was doing were really good. Like, Tom had a pretty good top game, not gonna lie. Like, Tom's top game was really interesting. He would take it early, he would go back over to shelf, and then he would re-bomb to counter jump anyone that was on top of that, and he would do it pretty quickly too. So it was a very interesting theory, and it was actually worked out too. And not only that, but he was destroying Danmar on top as well, who is known, by the way, for those C-tap panaceas. So
well, showed off a couple of them right there in that match.
he did, and I call into question whether or not we should start using that or banning it. I don't know which we should do, but that's up to the community to decide. I'm not going to give my opinion on that just yet. So yeah, no. One more thing about the logs I want to quickly mention is that Danmar had the most kills on the team playing that role. However, Danmar having still some of the most goals on his team next to Sage. Actually, he had equal goals with almost everybody on his team. So even though he was killing, he was still scoring equally. So it shows that while you do need that player to actually DM, it seems to me like you don't necessarily need that player to be so cranked up hard on the dial towards the DM side of the dial. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You need to have someone that does the role, but you also want to be capable of scoring it. And you want to be, well, a contributing factor in that regard too. So I think that there's a very good middle ground that Danmar has found here, where he's able to score very well and still get frags. And it seems to be the case.
Well, it's like, yeah, if you're just going for DM, I think it actually makes you weaker as a DM player, if that makes any sense.
Yep. I think that's what Danmar proved here to some extent.
Yeah, if you're always DMing, people will always like focus you, but if you're a scoring threat as well, like, people have to respect that. Like,
yeah,
they can't just like jump you shelf and expect you to like not jump away and score instead of taking the fight. Also, like, if you jump in and pass off and DM, that's cool, but um, and I'm like losing my train of thought here, but like the way you like play as a team together and pull people's attention around, like when there's more variety in what the enemy team has to expect from you, the more options they have to consider, the harder it gets for them to defend.
Yeah, mental stack. I was talking about that with Yeet a little while ago, and he was talking about dribbles versus death bombs, and he made a pretty good point that dribbles can be a lot more powerful than death bombs, considering there's more options there, and so the mental stack is actually much more straining. So I kind of agreed with him. I didn't agree at first, but I thought he presented a pretty interesting point of view. So, yeah, that's the mental stack that we're talking about here, and so. I don't know, man. This is Goblin Jack's pick now on Stonework. Will they find success on Stonework? I mean, we saw some really good things happening in the first round. I really want to see not only that performance come back, but I also want to see them be capable of actually adapting into this match, because this is grand finals, ladies and gentlemen. This is on the line. There is what, like 100 keys here?
Yes,
with some money
at
here.
least. There's virtual hats to be had, a lot and lots of them.
Indeed.
I'm really looking forward to this Stonework match. I feel, I don't know, I feel like it's become a staple of pastime tournament finals and playoffs. It's just something about Stoneworks has become like the quintessential like playoff map for pastime in my mind.
Oh, really? Well, that's interesting. I haven't really noticed that before, but I will say this much. I do like Stonework quite a lot, which is weird because Exer has mixed feelings on Stonework, I think, if I remember
Exer
correctly.
has mixed feelings about every map he's made.
No, he hates Stadium. He hates Stadium.
I guess that's not mixed.
He hates Stadium. But I really do love Stonework. It is probably my second favorite pastime map right now. It has to be. It's been for probably several years, and I've never really noticed it or really said it until just now. I really feel like this map is probably my second favorite pastime map ever. So
What do you like about it specifically? Like what?
I don't know. There's a lot
What
of
do you
history.
think makes it good?
I don't know. There's a lot of history that I have with it. I mean, it just feels like it's just arena, but ever so slightly different. That it just works. I don't know. Like it just works well. It feels like I'm just playing arena, but like it's different enough that it I don't know. It's not completely arena, and that's a very vibey thing to say. It's not very specific for me to say exactly what it is. I guess I could say that I like the packs being on the left and the right side of your spawn. Near your spawn, I like that a lot. I like that they're both medium health kits. I like the small health kits that are by the shelves. I like the medium health kit that's positioned at bot. I like the bot. I really do like playing on that bot. I think it's a lot of fun. Top is a lot of fun to play on too because it feels a lot more open. It feels like just a bigger version of just the arena bot, and it feels almost kind of easier to play on to some extent, which I think is kind of fun. And I don't know, like you can kind of still do almost everything that you can do on arena, but on Stonework, except for like the fact that I think that the win strat here is technically a little more difficult. So,
Yeah, you
soldier win strat.
Yeah, you don't have that nice clean ultra wall to jump off of for the win strat. You might need to sink, get up there. I know in a previous version of this map, you could jump up to the top of your goal and then sink down and like actually get up on top of this huge arch in the center. And
I know, Tomato Tom got up there once.
There's people got good enough at doing that, and actually had to remove it because it was a little busted for people to be able to consistently get up there for competitive play.
Yep, and a little fun fact, people don't know this. There used to be a full health kit and a pool of water up on the very top of the arch. And so you would have never take fall damage if you got there, and you'd have the full health kit there for you. So yeah, it was like a very, very, very you have to be skilled in order to do this, and it's a high risk, high reward thing to do because you're kind of baiting your team when you do it. But yeah, it was pretty strong. It was pretty strong. It was pretty strong. So it's gone.
Yeah, we are just waiting on players here to ready up. Are working through some things. Does anyone in chat have like questions about pastime? You know, maybe there's some first-time viewers here. Anything we can answer? Yeah. Looks like they are trying to find a ringer for Cringy because he's he's on Wi-Fi. His internet seems to be struggling a little bit.
Uh-oh. That's going to be crucial for the Goblin Jacks. And this might be the final map for them, too. This map is very crucial. They have to win this map. It's their pick.
Yeah, so hopefully Cringy can either figure out his internet issues or Goblin Jacks can find a suitable ringer for him. So we are just waiting on that for the moment.
Yeah, one thing that I kind of like about Stonework is it has a slightly brutalist edge to it. It's more of a brutalism is more of a concrete sort of thing instead of just stone, because there's a difference between concrete and stone.
Yeah.
But there's a slight brutalist edge that I like about Stonework. It's nice and kind of raw in that way, in the way that it looks.
It feels very inspired by Quake.
Oh yeah, especially that secret room that you can get into. That looks very Quake inspired.
Yeah, Quake, obviously a very strong design inspiration for Team Fortress and Team Fortress 2, consequently. And you really, even this arch above looks like the Quake logo, kind of, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe that's why I like it so much, is it kind of looks a little bit like Quake, and I don't know, I like Quake's aesthetic. I think it looks really cool.
Yeah, I think I've talked to Exer about this actually, and
a little bit of Quake, a little bit of Halo in there. It also kind of reminds me slightly of the game Talos Principle. I know Exer's quite of a fan of the Talos Principle.
The courtyards definitely make me think of that, with something about the height of the walls and the design.
And it looks like we're going to be getting, from what I'm hearing from my producer right now, it seems like Nova is going to be the ringer for Cringy, which I think is a great pick, considering that Nova is a great demo main jumper and a great jumper main just in general. So I don't know if he's going to have that breakaway magic that that Cringy has, but I'm pretty sure of his jumps. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, Nova, known to be a very strong Stoic demo. Cringy has also been playing a lot of Stoic demo in these playoffs here, so that doesn't surprise me. I feel like it'd be a pretty natural fit into the team, so hopefully we'll get that in soon. I think I asked Exer about his influence on this map, and he actually said he was surprised when I brought up Quake, which is interesting. I don't know, like, you see this with a lot of art, I think, where all the things that influence you, you're not always conscious of them. You just do what you think fits as an artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in just following the most intuitive path, like, those influences kind of bleed out of you in a sense and into your work. And I think that's really fascinating. It's kind of like a self-portrait in a sense.
Yeah, maybe that's why Stonework might be just my favorite map, because it's like Exer put his heart and soul into it in such a way where the gameplay decisions and the art decisions that he made just right. I don't know. It's just something that was just so close to him. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I think your profile picture on stream right now is that. I don't know if that's a self-portrait, but I believe you made that, right?
Yeah, I did. So there's a story with it. So the story with it is that I made this crude Photoshop where I took this JonTron parody of Bob Ross and the Deadpool parody of Bob Ross, and I put them together in this crude way. And then after a while, I spent like hours creating one profile picture that had a particular distinct glitchy style that was kind of, what you see right now. And then what I did after that is I used AI to create this version, which takes the style and also like an AI base image or whatever and like puts it together. And then I did more edits to it as well in GIMP and also in what is it? In this moshing program that I've got that like creates glitches and stuff. And so it's AI, yes, but I put work into it beforehand and then also afterhand into it. So it's real.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's really cool. I've always liked that profile picture, and I'm glad I got to hear the story behind it.
yeah. Now you know. Now you know. I got another one that I made just recently, but I haven't used it for a while now. I'm back onto the original one. I think I might hop onto the new one just to do it. And then for a while I was the rabbit, as you know. So you know about the rabbit.
The rabbit.
Oh yes, the rabbit. Bugs Bunny was the linchpin of the Looney Tunes.
The rabbit has very strong aura.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like Nova is in the server, so hopefully that means we'll be going live soon.
All right.
Nova not suffering from 150 ping.
Well, let's see if it's Wabbit season or Duck season. Will it be Lava Spire or will it be Goblin Jacks?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see if Goblin Jacks can adapt to a ringer coming in last minute. I'm sure this will impact their team chemistry a little bit, but I also think they'll be happy to have somebody who's not rubber banding around. All right, we will be going live very shortly. Our producer has confirmed. In just a minute.
Okay.
How many rounds do you think Goblin Jacks will take? Do you think they're going to win this map?
I don't think they're going to win it, honestly. But I think that they might take at least a round or two. Or at least take a few goals. I have a bad feeling that Spire is just going to absolutely just do the most optimal, kind of lamest things possible, and I think that they're just going to win this somehow. I think that they're just their coordination, their mechanics, their fundamentals. I think all of it's just on point. So we'll see how it goes. And I don't think they're nervous at all about this Stonework. I think it's Goblin Jacks who are nervous about this. Although I know Sage J, he does always come through with a with a mindset of like, hey, we gotta respect these players, and we gotta right. We gotta wait and see. You're
not going to see this Lava Spire team like passing up any easy goals.
Nope.
In this competitive setting.
Danmar's gonna go for those C-Tap Panaceas. Anyone on the floor who sees a free goal, they're gonna go for it, and they're not gonna miss it. And guess what? We're not gonna miss, guys.
Live.
We're not missing this game. Yep, that's right, Shears. We're going live.
Here we are. 10 seconds. Team swapping to medic to give out those juicy crit heals and spawn. And here we go into map 2 of Grand Finals. They're brawling it out across the map. And Seiji coming away with it off top.
Oh, Nova. Okay, ended up getting that. Oh, doesn't pass it off, but this could be really bad for the Goblin Jacks here. I'm really hoping Nova can pull out something for the team here. He's already in. Already DMing. Tom's going in. This is a great opportunity, Tom. He didn't even know that he probably could have went for the goal there, considering what Nova had tried to do. And this breakaway looks free for... Oh, no, it's not free. Nova's on top of it. Hold on.
Yeah, 2 steals already for the ringer. Tom?
This is looking really good for the pass here, but unfortunately can't do it because of the splash from Sage J.
Yeah, and they're just going to trade out, and now it's Lava Spire. Fullstog finding Sage J on the ramp.
Look at that from Sage
J. It's a lot of speed, and he gets it through the defenders.
Yep.
Lava Spire first on the board.
The punish, it's huge. The threats and the punishment.
Yeah, a smaller map than Torii, and you're right.
Oh,
Lava Spire
CJ
able
dribble.
to punish.
Oh, Denmark.
Jack's wiping.
Oh,
Oh.
no! Whoa! That air shot.
Extremely threatening speed shot coming in from
Oh,
Postdog. Oh
that
my
from
god.
Speakers too. The pressure.
The fireworks here in the grand finals.
I don't know. This is looking like a threatening performance so far, just in the first round. I'm a little worried for Goblin Jacks.
And Nova once again stealing that ball back, but it goes straight to Danmar, and he's
Oh
gonna
no!
waddle
Denmark doesn't miss that. Oh no! That's a Denmark special. He does that all the time in pugs.
in. Cyclops guy
I'd sing the Denmark theme, but I don't know if everybody knows it.
2 down early. Nova getting stolen away from Speakers this time.
Denmark might have a free goal again? No? Apparently not. Pulse Dog, though. Oh, wow. Fantastic steal from Nova. Tom not able to get that ball there, and now he's going to get destroyed by Denmark on top. Nova trying to go for the ball. I feel like Cringy would have probably gotten it, but it doesn't matter. Oh, no. Speakers punched the ball. Oh, it's round point already for Lava Spire.
It's been
I have a
2.5
bad feeling
minutes.
about this. I have a bad feeling
man.
that, yeah, that Lava Spire is actually very comfortable and happy to play on Stonework. Despite it not even being their pick. Oh, this is looking really good. There it is, Nova, the first one to get a goal on Goblin Jack, their ringer.
10 seconds.
He's been the only saving grace, the only light in the darkness here for Goblin Jack so far. He's playing
2 players playing
extremely
bot,
well.
Denmark, and also...
He wins it again.
This is looking really
Over for
good, but he
Exer.
might not get it. And now with that all the way back into their side, it looks like, oh no, it's free to
Oh,
Denmark. And Pulse Dog, rather, never mind.
Beautiful
wow.
speed shot once again.
Everybody on Goblin Jacks messed up their speed shot. But guess who didn't mess up their speed shot?
Mission
Pulse
begins
Dog.
in 10
Full stop.
So it's just that punishing. You have to be good at the execution.
Yeah. Exer playing a more DM role on these mids, just jumping around like Lucy was
Pretty
on
good hit from
anime.
Tom there on top. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, and
I'm
that
not.
pressure wins the mid for them, but they're all unhealthy, so they had to go
Oh,
back.
Nova going in. Almost got stolen from Speakers.
Timmy Tom
I
calling
don't
for it
like
up
this.
high.
This looks like it's gonna definitely be a defense here for the red team. Yep, it's a defense from the red team. They are not distracted. They know exactly what to happen. They're efficient with killing, and they know exactly what to do. So, yeah.
Yeah, none of them below 100 health there.
No,
Able to jump
they
the goal
were
freely.
efficient with it. Comes Danmar doing his extender. He wants to hit that in a tournament. I know he does. And there's
and it just falls to full stop.
Yeah, I don't know. They denied Danmar his clip, but I mean, like, Pulse Dog's there though, you know, to rebound it. It's looking. Oh, anti-pulse strat now from Pulse Dog. That's a technology yours truly came up with.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Because they're trying to cause some chaos, but Pulse Dog gonna take it back the other way. Nomad.
Nice try from Sage J. A great defense from blue team. Whoa, that breakaway. Tom. Wow, Tom. Good. Oh my goodness. Amazing recognition there for the breakaway.
Okay, that's their second goal. Nova scored once in the first round, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna stabilize.
Uh-oh.
It's got to be now from Goblin Jacks.
They are. He's gonna give it back, and then this. Yeah. This is. Oh, the pressure was so good. The timing as well for just like giving the ball, when to give the ball, was just so calm and collected from Spire. It's like, oh, I've got the ball. Oh,
That's
give
so
it back now.
underrated as a team play aspect. Like being able to get the ball to your teammate, so passing it so it gets to them at the right time, so they can get a good jump. Extremely underrated skill.
Well, not only that, but it's also like in terms of like how the fight in the DM fight's kind of going.
Right.
I mean, look at how this fight's going for Goblin Jacks right now. It's not going their way at all. This looks like it's going to be a free goal for Sage J. Yeah, it is. Like
Even mixing in an instant out there, that's something I've seen him starting to do more often and mixing into his gameplay.
Yep.
And making him even more threatening on offense. I really like that from him.
Yep.
Here he is again. getting that pull, getting air shot for his troubles, but
Oh, nice
Exer
interception from
intercept.
Exer. Can they convert off of this? I have a feeling they might struggle here to convert. But they're distracted right now. Red team was distracted, and now they're no longer distracted.
Speaker's
Oh.
reading that dribble though perfectly.
I know. If only they had realized that red team was distracted, he would have went in and went for the goal, but unfortunately he didn't realize that. Or he didn't just not realize it and just decided to go for it regardless, just out of I don't know, it's being silly. And that's another one for Danmar right there, doing that nice C-tap there at the very top, it looks like, to just get the goal. I don't know about this. It's a 1-4. As I was saying, it's looking like a dominant Lava Spire game.
Yeah, Tomato Tom, Market Garden Speaker's right at the start of this, but CJ, well, okay, they win lower off of it eventually, and they might
Great
have an
pressure from
opportunity going
Speakers.
forward. Over to Cyclops guy. Nova very low in the corner. Let's finish off at full stock, and it's just Tom. He's got to cycle this back, and he does. Three players jumping
Yeah,
in
this
on him
pressure's
forces
so
him to throw
good
it
they might end
away.
up getting it here. I don't think blue team can get started.
Nova unable to contribute as he is on that
Oh,
stoic class with no
nice job
projectiles.
cleaning them up though. This is good for them to keep possession and reset, but can they ensure that it doesn't get intercepted? They
No.
cannot. This looks really good from Pulse Dog. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, he saw that at that moment, he couldn't throw it in, so he had to throw it back. Instead of just assuming he couldn't do it, he spotted it to make sure that he couldn't do it. He was intending on getting it. So he spotted it, and then he gave it back to Sage J in order to get that final goal. Or whoever got it, but you get the point.
Right.
3, 2, 1.
Great top right now from the red team. All three of them. In fact, actually, all three of them went top, but one of them eventually ended up going bot. This looks really
Oh
good for
my
Sage
God,
J. Wow,
that's
the thread the
unreal.
needle on that is just brutal. You see what happened there? He was top. It bounced, went on to the floor, and then he
Yeah.
like dribbled it basically. Yeah, like
He got down smashed into the floor, jumped with minimal health, and still got the goal. That's just unreal.
yeah. I think that we're really starting to see the hard work that Spire has been putting into this here, and I think that they are certainly showing that they are dominant.
They're running away from this.
Yeah, I don't know about this, Shears. I don't want to say this, but I think I have to. I think this might actually already even be GG. It might just really be a Lava Spire tourney here, honestly.
You never want to call it till it's over, but
I don't
Jacks
know.
are-
I feel like I'm pretty sure here. Oh wow, Tom unfortunately ends up splashing the ball there, and guess who's gonna punish that hard? It's gonna be Spire. And they're good on that punish.
Goblin Jacks are just putting up less resistance than a wet paper bag at this point. Here comes Danmar with another
yeah,
goal.
I mean, what else can you say? It feels like now Goblin Jacks is just crushed. I think that their spirit is crushed at this point.
Yeah, they're still trying. They're still giving it what they can. But
Oh, this pull now looks like Exer had that idea. Gotta pull it. Cyclops guy looking for a goal. I don't think he's gonna find it. That was good. That's exactly what they were doing to them. He intended on going for the goal, I think, but
Yeah.
noticed and spotted I can't do it, so he gave it off to Exer, and Exer probably was
Yeah.
communicating, okay, I'm going in for a bomb. I'm above the goal, right?
if the intent from you to go for the goal is real,
Is this a free
the
goal
defenders
for
will see that.
Speakers? It's a free goal for Sage J. Okay. Yeah.
Right, one round away.
Yeah, I don't know. This is feeling like
Lava
it's not
Spire on
as
the brink.
competitive as I would have hoped here.
But let's look at the bright side of this. Lava Spire are on the brink of crushing the
That is
defending
true. And
champions
ushering in a
in
brand
the
new era
tournament
of the game.
without
That is
losing
true.
a map.
Proving to oh my God, Pulse Dog, proving to everybody that
come.
you need to work your tail
Danmar.
off. Oh, Danmar
Looking
almost
for the
just
goal.
had that.
The story doesn't end quite yet. Nova, the last minute ringer, still fighting for his life. Tomato Tom off the back wall. Handoff over to Exer. It's on him.
Oh,
Doesn't quite
that's
get to
not
him,
going
though.
anywhere. And they know that Nova's gonna try and pick it up, so they're not even gonna touch the ball. They're just gonna go ahead and kill Nova.
Here they are,
Polestar giving
back
it
the other
now
way.
all the way over to Sage J. Sage is not going to beat this jump
Lava
stick. Guess what
Spire
he's doing?
team.
He's got to pass it back. They always intend on going for the goal unless they spot that they can't make it. They never assume. This pressure is really great right now from Goblin Jacks, but unfortunately it's just going to get away from them. They're not going to be able to take this ball at all unless something crazy happens with Tomato Tom coming on in. And I don't know about you, but I'm a little wary of this. I think they're doing a really good job at just keeping the ball. I think this might be it here. I don't know. It feels like it, but with that air shot, it's not quite known yet. It looked like it was almost over. Pulse Dog looking for something. Speaker's still chilling around on bot. Okay, Cyclops guy's got the ball. He's looking for a pass onto Tom. Tom might get this here. I don't know. He's just assuming. You see what I'm saying? He's just assuming that he can't get it in. He's not spotting it at all. Not even taking the time to even look. You have to look, and you have to always keep your eyes open.
Danmar, here's Danmar high off the back wall. He's going to buy time for his
Danmar
teammates.
all the way up there.
Hand
That's
off
a
the
threatening
Polestar.
position. The distraction from Danmar is amazing, actually. If he was able to distract a little bit longer, that would be... Oh, but he's still alive. He's still alive. And
The pressure
now,
continues.
this pressure's so good, they're going to probably be able to take this ball back again. Oh, they will, but only on their side, it seems. This is a good thing right now for Goblin Jacks, but I don't know about this position right now from Goblin Jacks. They're kind of going in for this pressure. Speakers has it free. It's almost free.
On the defense.
Oh, and here it comes. Now that they know that it's pretty undefended and it's going to be a lot of distraction, it's probably the
Danmar
goal here, and that's
jumping
the
in to
whole
clean the
tournament,
players
ladies
up.
and gentlemen. Holy cow! Ladies and gentlemen, that is the tournament. Woo! Cheers.
Lava
What did we
Spire.
just watch?
Lava Spire absolutely blowing every other team in this tournament out of the water. Just like the only games where it was competitive against Lava Spire, it felt like they almost got complacent, and anytime they started losing, they just they hit a gear that we've never seen. We've never seen this level of pastime before, and no other team could keep up. It's like they had a turbo button that it's like post-market modifications on your car for street racing.
Yeah.
Like everyone's out here in their like Ford Focus, and the Lamborghini may not have competed in this cup. The Lamborghini lives on,
Oh, yeah, it does, doesn't it?
and the
You know, and
Lamborghini team in this cup is Hop on Lava
listen
Spire.
well, everybody. Listen well, everybody, because even Lamborghini, one of the greatest players, even he now has a big problem, which is that he can't keep his secret for too long anymore. He has to start coming out. He has to start being a part of the competition. And I know he doesn't always have the time in order to play, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, I'm looking at Lava Spire, and I think that these players all showed that they had what it takes to win, and they grinded really hard. Polestar came up really strong. Speakers has always been at it. Danmar's always been at it, and now he's undeniable even in pugs. Sage J now. All I had to take was for people to start, trash talking on Sage that he was the worst Grandmaster, and now where is he? He's literally dominating the entire game mode, as we know that he would, considering his sixes, his sixes record, which shows that he makes some bad teams in the beginning, but eventually he ends up making these really, really good teams that can really compete. That's kind of his specialty. He's able to make a good roster or change a good roster to be good, and so I'm just saying this, guys. It's a new era of pastime. Danmar, maybe Sage J, maybe it's going to be the same team again. We'll see in the future, but it's either going to be a Danmar and Sage J situation, or it's going to be a Danmar and who else? Who knows? But I think that at the end of the day, I think that the most competitive and the best team is going to almost always land in the lap of Sage J and Danmar from now on. I think that they are kind of becoming the Froyo tech right now of pastime. And it's on them whether they want to keep going and keep wanting the competition to come to them, because, they've shown that they're dominant. And if things just keep sort of ending up where they're just kind of dominant, it might get stale for them after a while. And
they might start
find that they might
other
not
classes.
be interested in playing anymore if the people aren't going to be competitive. So I think it's on everybody right now to get good, and to get good quick, and to be competitive, and to basically try to match what we're seeing right now on in the Lava Spire on the Lava Spire team. I think the community needs to get better. I need to get better. Everyone needs to get better because that's just how pastime's gonna be fun now. I think like at this point with these players, they're gonna come into these pugs and they're gonna destroy. Not because they're trying hard necessarily, but because they're just that good. Where it's just like, well, now we have to get that good too, because that's just how it's gonna have to be. So now we have to be this good. It's just the reality of it. So that's pastime now, guys. It's the floodgates are open, and now the pastime Freya tech is being established. It's as simple as that. So, yeah, I don't know what else to tell you guys. It's a new era.
It's been a great tournament of coverage, and even I know anime lovers and Quad Damage are probably still playing out their third place match right now, but I do want to give a shout out for both those teams for looking like they can compete with a Goblin Jax, with a Lava Spire, to take rounds off them, to like threaten them, to force them to take them seriously. Because these are players that are still up and coming. They're not your grandmasters. Some of them are not your master elites yet, but they can still grow. They can still develop. They could be the next top players if they keep playing and keep improving.
They definitely could be.
And I was really impressed by their overall play and how they were able to compete. And hope to see more of them.
Yeah. I think that's it from me. I think we've said everything that we can. I mean, congratulations to everybody on Lava Spire, and congratulations not only to their victory here and the keys that they'll be winning, but also for ushering in a brand new era of pastime and sort of up like rising the bar for everybody, you know, and really saying like, hey, you guys got to start grinding, you know, like it's just as simple as that, right? So, and who knows, maybe from this we might see more grinders, and then with more grinders attracts more people to the game, and you know the Sixes people might start coming on over into pastime now. We'll see how it goes. So this could be a bright new future for pastime. And it seems to me like the casual days of pastime are kind of starting to fade, and now we're starting to get into the era of true competitive pastime. And it starts here right now.
That being said, you can always come play pugs with us at discord.pastimetf. You see it in the chat there. And since if you're a new player, you might get one of these guys on the team to help carry you, to help teach you the ropes, because that's how pug balancing works.
Yep.
Like we try to maintain a friendly and open community for people to come try the game out, because this game mode is so awesome.
True.
So,
all right, that's it from me, Shears. Do you have anything else to say? Shoutouts?
Shoutouts to Quad Damage for letting me effectively sub and roster ride on their team. Sorry I couldn't help out earlier tonight. You guys are awesome, and I love pastime.
Yep. Shoutouts to Stage J and Denmar for hanging out with me recently, talking about some stuff, letting me in on some things here and there, playing some Lava Spire with me, inspiring me to get better at my jumps, and shoutouts to Exer for helping me with that and helping me in my jumps and hanging out with me too. Shoutouts to just everybody in general. Shoutouts to just Pulsedog for being absolutely crazy in pugs. Shoutouts to Dorito for inspiring me to get even better at jumps as well. Shoutouts to Sage Day as well for inspiring me to get better and to push me and everything as well. And yeah, shoutouts to everybody. Shoutouts to the other teams as well, like Kebble's team and Kingfin's team. Shoutouts to taking the brave efforts that you guys did to put yourselves out there and to set yourselves aside and to create your own teams and to really try hard. And shoutouts to the Lucy team too for making it so far and doing so well against Lava Spire, getting those rounds and everything against them. Even Quad Damage had some good moments too in the very beginning of the whole tournament. So shoutouts to all those people. And shout outs to everybody who plays the pugs, and I hope to see you there, and I hope you will try pastime if you haven't tried it yet. And it's a fun and great game mode. It's one of the greatest game modes of all time, so definitely give it a shot. It's gonna become like up there with Sixes and Highlander, and I would even suggest it's probably gonna rival that of Sixes too. So Yeah, that's all I have to say now. So that's it. That's all my shout outs.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh, and
Yeah.
also, I forgot one shout out too.
Okay.
Shout out to Easy E for coming back.
Shout out to
We
Easy
love
E.
Easy E. Thanks
We
for
love
coming back,
Easy E.
Easy E. And also shout outs to Mingus, Charles Mingus. You got to come back too.
Yep.
There's
Shout out
no
to
more
Mingus.
there's no more Grandmaster limitation. You deserved it then. You probably still deserve it now. Come on back and grind it, and you're gonna get it. You deserved it then. You got robbed back then. You should have had Grandmaster with Exer. All right, that's all I have. Now that's all I have to say.
All right. That's it for our coverage of RGL Pastime Cup number 3. Thanks from Fireside Cast, and have a good night.